All right, everyone. Well, welcome to tonight's presentation on what is Beachbody coaching. You've probably heard tons about it, but you really have no idea what it is, or what it's about. Is it something that's right for you? So I am going to go ahead and go over all of that with you, including my own personal story. I just need to share my screen real quick and get that going for us. Alrighty. So let me just go back to the very beginning. I hate it when it does that. I'm giving away all of my slides. All right, so what is Team Beachbody? Well, let me go ahead and start by just introducing myself. My name's Lisa Mohajay. I've actually been a coach for a little over 6 years with Team Beachbody. So just to give you my personal story, my background, it's pretty, when I think back on the history over the last 6 years of signing up as a coach, it's pretty mind-blowing. I'll be honest, I truly am living the Cinderella story. So actually, when I first got signed up, I really had no expectations at all. I was recently divorced. I was a single mom. I had never spoke in front of people. I never sold anything. I would kind of freeze if I got asked to speak in front of people. Did you ever take a speech class in high school or college, and you had to get up in front of your peers? And for me, it was just like my granny voice came out, my throat would start shaking, I was shaking, I just wanted to crawl off the floor. So I didn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. I've always pretty much struggled with my weight my entire life. I was kind of that little girl with chubby, curly hair, glasses. I always wanted braces. And, I got teased, I got made fun of, and I've struggled with my weight ever since. I'd lose it, and the weight would come back, kind of that vicious diet cycle that we'll talk a little bit about here in just a little bit. But this is not something that I always thought, oh, I'm going to, have my own business. I'm going to be a business owner. This is something that when I got signed up, I had met my coach, Christina Solons, and she had came down to do a Turbo Kick certification from Chicago. So I was living in a very small town in central Illinois, a town of 1,300 people. So I had already been doing Turbo Jam at home with Beachbody. And so I got certified to teach their version of the gym workout, Turbo Kick. So when I met Christina, I was like, she's so cool. I felt like I was this homely, shy, I was working in a corn refinery plant, and I just wanted to be surrounded with positive people. I wanted to make a difference in my life. I wanted to change, but I didn't really know how or what to do. So I had looked at doing other home-based businesses, and they were really expensive. And at the time, I didn't have money to buy a huge kit. I didn't have time to take away from my daughter Tiara to go do work full-time, then go, do these parties that would take hours out of my evening. So for me, Beachbody was the perfect fit because it was very, very inexpensive to get started. There's no parties, there was no contract, there was no minimum sales, nothing like that. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. And if I make $100 a month, that would be fantastic. That would be awesome. Because for me at that point, I wasn't even able to put food on the table. I mean, there were times I would come home from work and the power was turned off, or, the water was turned off. And for anyone that's ever been in that situation, it's not fun. And it's especially not fun when you have kids and they don't understand what's going on. And you have to try to explain to them why the lights are turned off, or why we have to go stay at grandma's because we don't have water or whatever. So for me, $100 a month at that time, I thought, that'd be great. I mean, I set the bar pretty low because, again, it's not something that I felt like I was going to be hugely successful at it. And partly is because I've never known anyone to be successful at a home-based business like this. I didn't understand it. So, you know, $100 a month, let's go for it. So I kept plugging along. I got plugged into the team and loving every minute of it. The team is all positive. They're encouraging. They are not only your friends, they become your family. So as I was going through a really tough time in my life, like I had said, I had just gotten divorced. My house was on the market, desperately trying to sell it because I couldn't afford it. I was getting foreclosure notices. My grandmother passed away. I had to pull Tiara out of her private school, put her in a public school. Just dealing with, you know, a child that's going through these changes and kind of dealing with some issues of her own at the same time. Moving into a small, dark, dingy apartment, literally sleeping on a mattress on the floor. My other grandmother passed away, and eventually my car was repossessed, and I ended up filing for bankruptcy. And this was in the first 6 months as a Beachbody coach. So as you can imagine, that's a lot for anyone to deal with. But I honestly can say, looking back now, that it's because of the team and the sense of purpose of being a part of something bigger, something, you know, a connection to these other women that also wanted to make a change. And we were having fun and just encouraging each other and lifting each other up. And, you know, really for the first time in my life, doing something I could be proud of. And so that's what really got me through that really tough time. And along the way, I just happened to build a very successful business. So after about 18 months into the business, I had actually tripled my full-time income. So at 34, I actually retired from my full-time job, which was scary as a single mom, leaving her full-time job, her quote-unquote stability. You know, we were taught, we were raised, the majority of us, that we get a job, we go to work, you know, those people are depending on us. And when we're 65, maybe 70, we can retire. So it was not the norm for me. But I did it. And it was the best decision I've ever made. A few months after that, Tira and I actually moved from Illinois to Atlanta, Georgia. And was here for about a year, and, you know, really kind of questioned, like, okay, God, why am I here? I prayed about this. This is where you led me. And about a year after I moved to Atlanta is when I met Paj, and we were married very shortly after. Actually was on a VH1 reality show together. We've been on TLC. Actually, I'm featured on the 21 Day Fix infomercial right now. So my life has completely done a 180. And all because of Beachbody, all because I made that one decision to do something different with my life, even though at the time I had no idea where this was going to lead to. I never imagined it would lead to being $1 million earner with Team Beachbody in 5 years as a coach. So, you know, on average today, you know, bringing home my previous annual salary every single month. Can you imagine? It just sounds so bizarre for me even to say it, but I'm here, you guys. I'm the real deal, and it's what it is. So let's go ahead and move into the presentation and give you a little bit more idea about Beachbody and what exactly it is and how it all works, so you can make a decision if it's something that's right for you. We're actually going to hear from Diamond Coach Cassie Caceres and see what she has to say.
Hi, I'm Cassie Caceres, and I was asked how Beachbody coaching has helped me and has changed me, and I can give you guys some pretty big ways Beachbody coaching has changed me. So the first one I think I'm the most proud of is Beachbody coaching has helped me become a more positive and a more uplifting and a more confident person. I think in the very beginning, I've always been the kind of person who cared about what people thought of me. And I kind of stayed inside my little bubble and had my bubble of friends. And I wouldn't go out and talk to other people because I've always had, I just didn't have a great sense of self-esteem, and my confidence level wasn't very high, and I was afraid of what other people would think of me. And Beachbody coaching has helped me just become more confident, and has helped me definitely step outside of my bubble and make new friends and make new connections with people. And in that same aspect, it has helped me grow a lot as a person, because I have so many friends, new friends all over the country that I can talk to and connect with. And most of them I connect with every single day. And everyone's just a positive influence in everyone's lives, and everyone wants the best for each person and wants everyone to succeed. And I think that has really helped me with my confidence, and has really helped me just become a more positive person, because when you surround yourself by such high energy people, such positive people every single day, you can't help but inside to change as well. And then another way Beachbody coaching has definitely helped me is financially. To say that Beachbody coaching and the income and the extra income that it's bringing in is a blessing is an understatement. So last month I was able to bring in almost close to $1,000, and that is huge. I cannot tell you how many bills it helped pay. It paid for the groceries. It paid for special nights out with my husband. It just helps me and my husband not have to worry so much about bills all the time, and constantly think about how we're going to pay something, or it kind of helps with little mishaps in life. So my husband and I don't have to worry about if we get a flat tire, how are we going to have money to pay for it, and then still pay for new bills on top of that. So the income that Beachbody has generated so far and has helped my family bring in is just amazing. And I'm just so excited that I became a coach, and it's been 7 months, and I definitely would not change it for the world. I think this opportunity that Beachbody has given me, and has given my family, and has given my team is just absolutely amazing. And I just think that if you've thought about becoming a coach, why hold off and why wait until later? Because you're going to regret if you didn't start today.
I just love her. I actually met Cassie through Facebook, and like she said, she's been a coach for 7 months, and you heard her. She brought in $1,000, a little over $1,000 last month. So, the biggest thing is that, Christmas is going to be here before we know it. It's not a get quick rich scheme. It does take a little bit of time, but hello, 7 months and you're making an extra $1,000. I think that it's worth it to put that time and effort in, right? Okay, so let's get on to the presentation. So Beachbody was actually founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Congdon. Paj and I actually just got back from a Beachbody leadership retreat that was in Coronado Bay, San Diego, and it was absolutely amazing. So we got to hang out with Carl and John and, just learn and grow about this company that is just so amazing and changing so many lives. And we got to hear about new product launches and, just learn more and grow and connect with the other leaders on the team. So, as you can see here, there really is something for everyone. I actually got started with my fitness journey with Power 90, and it was on VHS tape and worked my way through. I think the next one I did was actually Turbo Jam, and then I had P90X actually sat on the shelf for quite a while. And then in 2007 is actually when Team Beachbody launched. So that's actually the coaching network. It's called Team Beachbody, and that's been around since 2007. They have just continuously, strived to come out with new top-notch products. As you can see, Shakeology was actually introduced in 2009. And that's actually the year that I got signed up as a coach. And I remember thinking, Shakeology is too expensive. I can't afford it. I mean, I didn't even have the $40 that it took to sign up as a coach, you guys, but I used my birthday money and got signed up. I made it happen. So when I finally tried Shakeology in October of that year, I was hooked. and I've literally been drinking it for the last 6 years, and I never get tired of it. It's amazing. It's the most important meal of the day because it's loaded with dense superfood nutrition. So what that means is, you know how I talked about that diet cycle, that vicious cycle of, you start a new diet, you start a new workout program. So you're cutting your calories, you're increasing your energy, and what happens? Your body gets fatigued. It starts craving food. You're tired, you're grouchy. The next phase is you go to a party, you're out with your spouse, maybe you're at home alone and you've got a bag of chocolate or something, and you're like, you know what? Screw it, I don't care, I'm going to eat this. So you eat it, and then you move into that guilt phase, the feeling of that this is never going to happen, I can't lose weight, beat yourself up mentally, and then you tell yourself, I'm going to start again on Monday. So where Shakeology comes into play is it actually breaks that cycle because it allows you to cut your calories, but your body's still getting all of the nutrients that it needs. So your body's not starving for nutrition. It's not craving, carbs and sugar and, all of the things that you've cut out, because now your body's getting everything it needs in one delicious shake. You can see that in 2013, they came out with vanilla. And I just have to say that I always like to point this out because Beachbody easily could have thrown an artificial flavor into vanilla because most vanilla flavorings are artificial. Shakeology is all natural. There are no artificial flavorings. There's no artificial ingredients in it. It's 100% all natural. So they took those extra few years to come up with the right formula so that it could be all natural. So they don't cut corners. They do things right. They did just announce that there's going to be a brand new Shakeology flavor, cafe latte, coming out very soon. It's not just with added coffee. They've found a derivative of the coffee bean, and there's a whole science behind it. We won't go into that right now, but it's awesome. You guys are going to love it. Can't wait for that to come out. Also announced that there's a new program coming out, available early December, called Hammer and Chisel. It's actually a combination, kind of the 21-Day Fix Extreme and Body Beast. And then they also announced a new program that's going to be coming out early 2016. It's 22 Hardcore with Tony Horton, based on boot camp style military workouts. So it's going to be amazing as well. And I know that they have other things up their sleeves that they're just holding back from sharing with us just yet. But as you can see, this company isn't going anywhere. They don't stay stagnant. They constantly are giving the people what they ask for. So what makes Team Beachbody unique? Well, it's fitness, like we've talked about. It's nutrition. So it is Shakeology. It's also, we have protein bars. We have a 21-day ultimate reset, which is a 21-day cleanse that is phenomenal. I'm actually getting ready to start one very soon. The 21-day fix program also has an amazing meal plan that comes with it, with these color-coded containers that makes everything so simple. And for that fact, every workout program comes with its own nutrition plan. And there's peer support. So the person that invited you to check this out, they're going to be there for you every step of the way. So it's not like you're buying something, you're not buying Tybo or whatever off the shelf at Walmart and then it sits on your shelf. You've got a coach, you've got a team that's here for you, to help you, to make sure that you stay on track. If you have questions, they're going to answer them for you. There's also rewards, like Paj and I, like I just said, Paj and I just got back from California. It was a beautiful, amazing resort. Trip was awesome. I mean, I can't express how grateful I am for Beachbody and all that they do. I mean, the trips that I've been on, I've been to Atlantis Resort, I've been on a cruise, they've gone to Disney World, Cancun, and then our next trip is actually going to be another cruise in the spring. Those are just the vacation trips, okay? And then there's multiple other rewards, financial rewards, little gifts that they just send you as a, a appreciation for your hard work. So it's just an amazing thing to be a part of. Proven results, you guys. Beachbody is no joke. Like, their workouts are proven to work. They get thousands of success stories every single week. So what is a coach? Let's start with what a coach doesn't have to be. You do not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. You do not already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goal. And you do not have to be an experienced salesperson. And just to, let you guys know, I did not have a Beachbody when I first got signed up with this business. And it's really something that people can relate to you when they see you on your journey. It's kind of like people relate to people with struggles. So they can really relate to you when you're on your own fitness journey, when you're sharing your fitness goals and things like that. And a salesperson, you guys, this business is truly based on relationships. Like, we've had people sign up with us that are in the sales, they're hardcore salesperson. They have to kind of tone it down a little bit, because if the person that invited you tonight was, all about Beachbody and signing up and, you're going to make a ton of money or whatever, you need this product, you need that product, you're probably going to be turned off by that. But the person that invited you probably took some time to find out what your goals were. They want to see, is this something that's right for you? So you don't have to be an experienced salesperson. You just have to care about people, and you just have to be a good friend. So a coach should be sharing how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. Committed to being proof the products work. So yes, to be a successful coach, you do have to work out, and you do have to drink your Shakeology. I would be telling you a lie if I told you otherwise. You do have to be using the products, because think about it. You can't promote something if you're not personally doing it yourself, if you don't personally believe in it yourself. And the only way you can believe in it is if you've done it. You should also be committed to improving and developing yourself. So that's all going to come in as part of the team. We have an amazing team training. We have personal development. You're going to learn. You're going to grow. You're going to become the best version of yourself just by becoming a coach on our team. So what are some of the benefits of being a coach? Well, you're going to set your own work hours. Hello, I'm sitting here at my desk with a bathrobe. Focus, do you want to work part-time or full-time? Do you want to build online or in person? Now remember, I got started in a town of 1,300 people. I totally built this business, and I still pretty much do today online. Because think about it, you can reach thousands of people online, or you can meet one at a time in person, which is cool. You're going to do that too, but it's your choice. You share your passion, and that attracts people. Think about it. When you see someone that's motivated, they're encouraged, they're driven. There's something magnetic about that draws people in. So you're sharing your passion with people. We have an amazing coach summit that takes place every year, where all of the coaches get together in Nashville, is where it's going to be in 2016. So you're going to want to maybe check that out. You'll get to meet the team. You'll get to, hang out with celebrity trainers. You'll get top-notch trainings. And Beachbody always has nice little parties where you can come together, relax, have some fun, and just celebrate with the team. All right, we've got another video, and we're just about finished.
Hi there, my name is Crystal Diamond, and I'm just going to share with you about how Beachbody's been changing my life. I recently lost over 22 pounds and 15 inches doing the program called 21 Day Fix. This was over the course of about 9 to 10 weeks. And, I'm 36 years old, and I'm now at a weight that I was at in my early 20s, a weight that I was at before ever having 2 children. And I just never thought that this was possible. And, aside from the weight, I have so much more energy. I'm happier. I have so much more confidence. And, I'm so much more social. I hadn't realized how antisocial I had become just from being unhappy with myself and unhappy with how I looked. I'm also helping other women and moms do the same thing, helping them lose weight, helping them get back to their pre-pregnancy states, helping them build up their confidence. And while doing this, I'm building this amazing, amazing business. I have other women and other moms on my team, and we're this great community, and we're all looking out for each other, and we're all friends. And I've been seeing my business grow significantly each and each week. I was just talking to my husband last week. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I work and a lactation consultant, and I work in the hospital, and I'm required to work nights, weekends, and holidays. I actually just got off of an 18-hour shift, and got no sleep, and with kids at home, it's tough. And we were talking just last week about how with my Beachbody business growing the way it is, that I can probably cut down on my hours, and we envision that within the next year that I may be able to retire from this position and just stay home and work my Beachbody business full time, and continue to help people with their health and fitness goals, help my team and help others build a business that they can work from home so they can stay at home with their babies too. And this is all because of Beachbody. Not just amazing products, but the this coaching opportunity that gives you a freedom, and it gives you a chance to design your life and make choices and decisions that can impact your entire family. And I'm just so blessed that I found this, and just want to share it with everybody.
All right, there you have it. Another very successful coach on our team sharing her story. So how to earn an income with Beachbody? Well, you're going to get a 25% commission on all products that you sell. You're also going to get a 25% discount as well. So something to keep in mind, as a coach, you're going to save about $30 a month on your Shakeology. The other way to earn an income is through the Emerald Lead Program. So Beachbody actually gets 60 to 70,000 new customers a week off the infomercials, off their website. They do other advertisements as well. So as an Emerald coach, when you hit Success Club, alongside of that, Beachbody is going to give you free customers that you're going to get future commissions off of. A little bit about Success Club, that's where the free trips come in. You're going to get free Shakeology customers when you are Emerald and you hit Success Club as well in conjunction together. So there's lots of different ways to make money. I highlighted in red the team cycle bonus, and that is where the big money comes in. And that is through growing your team, developing your team, and we all do it together. So if that sounds scary to you, don't be. That's where we're here to help you. So the person that you sign up with, whether it's me or Christina or whoever you invited you to this, they're on our team, and we do this together. So you're not left trying to figure it out all on your own. We have an amazing team page. We have a website. We have trainings. We have tools. We have, webinars like this one that you can invite people on as well. How the team cycle bonus works is basically you're gonna start with 2 people, and that's when you get to Emerald, by the way. So when you have 2 people join your team, you're now considered an Emerald coach. It can be your best friend, it can be your sister, it can be your husband, your parents, your neighbor, whoever. It can be 2 people that want the 25% discount, or it could be 2 people that want to make a lot of money. It doesn't matter. You just need 2 people to join your team. And so the team cycle bonus is basically, if you work for a corporate office right now, probably the person that, works in the cubicle next to you, they really don't care if you're successful or not. Let's face it, if it comes down to a promotion and it's between you and them, they're going to want it. They're going to do, they're not really thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about their family. And with the team cycle bonus, everyone benefits together. And all you need to know is that this part is huge. Rewards, like I said, we just got back from this crazy, awesome trip. It was so much fun. Commissions, bonuses for team growth, trips, recognition, learning and personal development. I mean, this business has been so eye-opening and so much more than I ever could have expected. I remember when I first got signed up, and I'd been a coach for a little while, and people would say, "Oh, are you still selling those P90X videos?" And it's like, well, I just retired from my full-time job, so yeah, I am. It's just, it is going to change you in a way that right now is imaginable. You can't even unimaginable. It's going to be life-changing for you and your family. So what to expect from our team? Platinum Dynasty is just my personal team. Christina Sullins, her team is Dream Extreme. We're all a part of a bigger team called Platinum Presenters, which is the fastest growing team in the network. And we just kind of branch off into our little groups so that we can help one another grow. It's kind of like going to a big church. And, we're all part of the same team. We all work together, but at the same time, we're really making sure that nobody gets left behind. So what to expect? You're going to get new coach training. So as soon as you get signed up, we have a 14-day new coach training group we can plug you into, team calls, fun monthly team challenges, team building events. There's actually a big event this Saturday called National Super Saturday. It takes place all over the United States and Canada, so we can definitely plug you into that. A Facebook team page, recognition, accountability, and I really think just the fun and the friendships that you're going to make through this team are just priceless. So what are the options? Well, maybe you're ready to go ahead and sign up as a coach. Why not? You're ready to join the team, help others achieve their health and fitness goals, or maybe you're still a little hesitant and you want to focus on your own health and fitness goals, and that's fine too, and you want to join a challenge group. So if you want to join as a coach, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to the person's website that invited you to this webinar tonight, and you're going to click on coach. It's going to walk you through all of the steps. At the very end, it's going to offer you challenge packs, and I highly, highly recommend you get started right with the challenge pack. Don't open up a Starbucks store without any coffee. You need these products to get started right. So with the challenge pack, it actually waives the $40 coach enrollment fee. You're going to get your choice of a fitness program, your first shipment of Shakeology on Home Direct, and a free trial of the Team Beachbody Club membership. I haven't really touched base on that, but it's basically so cool. They just came out with Beachbody On Demand, where you can stream workouts from your phone, your iPad, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop, through Amazon Fire TV. You can do these workouts now basically anywhere. It's really cool. Second option, sign up with the $40 coach enrollment fee and pay for your Shakeology on Home Direct. Or maybe you just want to get a fitness program, pay the $40 coach enrollment fee. Just to give you an idea, the 21-day fix challenge pack is on sale right now for $140. That is a huge, huge savings. If you were going to sign up as option number 2 with Shakeology and your $40 coach fee, it would be $10 more to go ahead and get the challenge pack. So it just makes sense to go ahead and do that, guys. So once you sign up as a coach, this kicks in month 2. So it's basically $15 a month, and that's going to cover all of your websites. So Beachbody's done all of the marketing materials for you. You're going to have a coach online office where you're going to have training. You're going to have a video library. So say someone is interested in the 21-day fix, you don't know what to say, you go to your online office, you grab the 21-day fix video, boom, send it to them. They've got it, all the information right there. Customer service, technical support, training. We have an agreement with Success on Demand, if you've heard of Success Magazine. So there's all kinds of personal development right there at your fingertips. And again, the Beachbody On Demand streaming, which is so cool. So if you decided to sign up as a customer, basically you would go through that same process. So you would go to the person's website that invited you. You're going to click on shop. Again, I highly recommend you get the challenge pack. That way you have everything that you need, so you set yourself up for success. You just don't have that month to business fee. So what's your next step? In the next 24 hours, don't wait for the person who invited you to follow up. Go ahead and reach out to them right now and just say, you know what, I just watched this webinar, and this is what I liked most about it. What did you like most about this presentation? I wish I could talk to you guys right now and hear it. Does Team Beachbody feel like a fit that could help you achieve your goals? And which option appeals to you, coach or customer? Start thinking about, what can becoming a coach do for me? Okay, you've already heard from Cassie, you've heard from Crystal, you've heard my personal story. What about you? What can it do for you and for your family? Who can you help? Think about it. Who in your life do you know that's tired, they're overweight, they're miserable in their jobs, they're struggling financially, they just want a sense of purpose, a sense of connection. Who can you help? And what about your goals and your dreams? You know, what's the one thing that you've always wanted to do? That maybe when you grew up, you went to work and, you know, you get stuck in that 9-to-5 job and you start to forget about all of those things. You start to forget about traveling the world or going to Europe or building your dream house or retiring your parents, being able to take care of them when they're older, or having your kids' college paid for with cash. What are your goals and what are your dreams? And really just start thinking about, if you don't make a change in your life right now, what different is going to happen? Because if you don't make a change in your life, nothing different's going to happen. You know, Christmas is going to be here before you know it. And I don't know about you, but I can remember waiting until Christmas Eve and going out and writing checks, buying all of those Christmas gifts, and they would bounce. Or putting them all on my credit card because I didn't have the money to buy Christmas gifts. And every year I would say, next year's going to be different. I am not doing this next year. Well, Christmas is almost here, you know, 2 months away. Are you going to be prepared for it? Summer, 6 months away. That summer body is going to be built right now in the winter. So if you don't do something different, what's that going to look like for you? And really just, you guys, why not do something for yourself? You matter. And, you know, maybe you're a mom on here watching and, you know, you put your family first, you put your kids first, and you don't take care of yourself. You don't want to spend money on yourself. You don't want to take time for yourself. But what about you? I cannot tell you we took a couple of extra days in California. Spending that time together for ourselves rejuvenated me. You know, I'm so much more excited and, you know, a little less stressed. So take time for yourself. Do something for yourself to make yourself a better person, to change your life, to change your family's life, and get started. Welcome to the team. Cannot wait to have you guys all on board. If you have any questions, you can definitely connect with Pasha and I on Facebook, or Christina Solins, or whoever invited you tonight. But don't wait. Get started.